So, let's say we want to create a boss character, and well, this guy will work fine for a boss character, to be honest. He is pretty tough, and as you can see, he just keeps attacking. So, one thing that we should change, and basically what needs to be changed for a boss character, is basically we're going to get the damage we see below. We're going to make it as a health bar, as a general health bar, rather than having it so right under the character. Okay. So one main thing that we should change is, well, I think we should get rid of the stamina stuff because it's kind of annoying, or we might just give it a lot more stamina to begin with onto our player. Let's see. Let's do stamina about 10,000. Same with mana, same with health. Okay, so let's open up this and let's try and find the lockable. Well, here is the lockable, but let's say we do have a lockable, contain lockable list, and then we check the distance. Okay, we remove that lockable. Let's see what we're doing here. Update lockable targets. Well, the lockable does have, does need to have a little bit more logic to this, because let's say right away what I mean. Let's say we have a wall in front of us like this. Let's make this static, and let's also bake the map and hit play. And I will try now and lock, and you can see that I'm basically locking through the wall. Okay, so let's fix that first. And let's see, lock samples, we're just doing an overlap sphere, and if that lockable is not null, if it's not containing the lockable, well, this needs to change. So if we have a lockable, we need to find the transfer. Then we're going to do a raycast hit. And of course, we're going to do our origin. I'm just going to do transfer to the position. I'm going to add a bit of a height. Then the question is, I think this will just return us our transform. So, well, anyway, so let's find the direction. Let's enable this to target. Then we have origin, direction. We can normalize this. The distance, well, first we need to out the raycast. The distance is going to be the same distance as this. It should be. Out hit. Okay, and if we hit something now, let's have a bool, because we're going to need to know if is included, let's say it's false, and if we hit, or let's say I lockable, okay, and if that lockable is not null, or better yet, if that lockable is, well, if the new lockable is the same as the lockable we just found, then it's included, and only then. So if you do not if it's not contained inside the lockable and is included, we're going to add it into our lockable list. Else, if he's not included, I don't think we're clearing though the lockable list. Yeah, so but if it's included, you know what, that needs to go away. Actually, that needs to go. Yeah, we should split this, because this is compared on the overlap sphere. We want to be checking any lockable that is already inside, and I think we're not doing this. Let's see. Yeah, we're not doing that. So for that case, we're going to come down here and say for lockables list.count, and actually we're going to start the opposite way, so we can keep removing entries from the lockable list. Okay, so the one place we can, or we can just maybe, yeah, okay, let's do this later then. So let's cut this, paste it in here. Then all this is going to be doing, if a lockable is not null and it's not contained, it's going to add it. So because now we know it's something is going to be contained, we're going to add it down here. So let's save this up, and then we have, if it's not included, then lockable list I get lock on transfer, and then this will be lockable list I. So if not is included, then that means we need to remove it. We can add the distance check up here as well, and if distance is greater than 20 is included equals false as well, even if this is true, even if we can see it without having any problems, without having a wall in front of us. Okay, so if not is included, remove it. And that's pretty much it. So what this will do, first, this will take will look through all of our nearby lockables, and then it will iterate through the list of lockables we have, even if we added something in a previous frame. Then it will iterate through it and basically remove if there is a wall in front of him, or if there is a lockable contained. Now, if there is the case that the lockable we removed is the one we're actually looking at, let's see what we can use here. Have the lock on, lock target. That's just a transform, so we need to save as well. We need to save as well the which lockable we are in. So when we do a get lock on target, lockable, find lockable target. Okay, I'm just going to say on the controller. Let's find our lockables. It should be down here. Okay, I'm just going to do. Although I think we don't need to have it hidden in inspector, it won't show because it's an interface, I think. So that will be current lock on. So when we remove now an entry, if the current lock on is the same as our lockables list, then lock on will be false. Okay, I think that's all we need to unlock that. Let's see. Let's go back to inventory and we're going to say, okay, so once we're down here, controller, current lock on, that will be your current lockable. To unlock that, we also can change this as well, or we could just say if controller is not lock on, disable lock on, which I think just goes down here, and yeah, it closes all this. Okay, that's kind of it's kind of doing the same thing, but okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, we already saved. Oh no, that's in the input manager. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's compile, of course. Kind of takes too long, so I'm going to freeze again. Let's try this. And unfortunately, I can still lock on to him, but I don't know why. And he, of course, can see me, I think. Pretty sure of it. He can't see me. He's moving for... Yeah, there's probably something in front or something with the animation that we forgot to do. And he actually attacked us. So I think he's... yeah, well, let's see. On the controller. This needs to be the same. First of all. Let it compile. Let's see now. Yeah, now it's fixed. Now I can lock on to him, and even when I do, well, I actually can't lock on at all to him. Well, that's a start, but you know. So let's add the debug log. And let's see. Let's do a debug to array. Well, I think we can just do draw line origin. Okay, let's turn on gizmos. I think it's shooting down on the transform. That's why it's probably going to look like that. Let's move the game scene over here. Let's hit play. Yeah, okay. We're shooting the wrong way. Why is that? Yeah, okay. Silly mistake. Okay, I can now lock fine with him. And when I break the connection, as you can see, on the interval, that's actually something we want, because we don't want to just do this and lose the connection. On the interval, which is 1 second, it will break the line of sight. Perfect. So that's pretty much calling it done for this. And let's take a look though why the enemy is actually seeing us. Or there might be a case that I've hard-coded it. Let's see, Slayer, access snapshots. He kinda has, no, he doesn't have anything. Okay, let's find the recast we're doing here. Don't want to know if he's grounded. That's the only thing we do. So let's check for distance. FOV. Handle detection then. Oh yeah. Because we're only checking distance, we're not checking if he is if there is a wall behind it or not. So if controller is not null, we should do another raycast. Then direction, and actually, you know what? Target position, that will be controller.transfer.position, target position. Let's add a one to this. Then our direction will be target position minus target minus origin. Direction should be normalized. Then if physics recast origin direction, actually we can just do a line cast a bit, I guess. Let's try a line cast, because we don't really care if there's something behind him. origin, target position, and you can pass a layer mask into this context. Let's just say all of them. Yeah, I kind of like this way a little bit better. And this is kind of wrong because we're going to be hitting our own self as well. So let's take a look. What have we done with our controllers? We basically just want to look or to exclude any enemies we find. And to do that, we should fix this, but I think, do we change the layers? Yeah, we change the layers to something. I think this is pretty much an error. It should be 10. I think it should be damage colliders or enemy. So let's take a look on the layers. Detection layer. That's for everything. We have the rigid bodies and we have ragdolls. Yeah, we're doing the ragdolls from here. Let's see what layer we have. This is the 10 layer. I don't know why we use this as post-processing or why we named it post-processing, but I think it might be some package that actually override this. So I'm just going to say ragdoll. Then we're going to exclude the 10th layer from our look. So nodes agent, let's see, layer mask. That's for the detection layer for the overlap, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We don't want to use this. This only casts a detection layer on the 8th layer. So that means it doesn't take into account walls and stuff like that. So we can use the same one, but we could say layer mask, ignore ragdolls. And to ignore a layer, we just need to bit shift and reverse this. Okay, so let's do the raycast again. Not this one, but this one. On a line cast, ignore ragdolls. And if we hit something, so if controller C1 from hit to transfer dot get component in parent controller, if C1 is the same as our controller, then you can lock on. Okay. Otherwise, you're not seeing the player. So let's see this, and let's see if we need to do any other changes. Yeah, that's perfect. He's only seeing us if he's actually seeing us. We're not doing any angle check yet. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to remove this lines of code because it's from our tool manager. And I'm going to save. Awesome. So let's finish this part here. We did fix our lock on, but we need to fix We wanted to do some boss health bars and so on and so on. So yeah, we'll be back on the next part for that. As always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like what you see, then you know what to do. Keep supporting my Patreon so we can keep making all of these nice things we're making. As you can see, if you like the animations we have over here, feel free to search for them on the asset store, and of course feel free to download my tool manager. There is a lot of new tools available, and I'm keep adding a lot of things in here, a lot of useful things, so keep an eye on it. So I'll see you on the next part.